and we are back with another episode of the Great Movie Pod. I'm one of your hosts, Noah, and this is
Caleb.
how's it going? Good
It's
to
going. It's
good to
going.
be back. We have the Oscars coming up this week, this Sunday. So we figured we would do something Oscar themed, and we this pod is a little bit different because this pod required no research. So it'll be a little bit interesting to see how we do based on our movie knowledge and how fast we can Google to supplement said movie knowledge or lack thereof. But the object of today is to pick 5 years at random, and we to make it a little easier, we decided that we were going to go from 1984 to 2005. I know it's a random stretch of time, but we're going to go from 1984 to 2005. We're going to hit random on a random year generator, and whatever that year is, we are going to look at the nominees for Best Picture, and we're going to decide whether or not we affirm, we say, yeah, that makes sense to the winner, or if we would sub one of those nominees out for who won.
Or a dark horse that wasn't even nominated.
Okay, yes, we can add that in as well. We can add that in as well. I like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh,
and if through this podcast I appear to be wincing in abject misery and pain, it is because I am in abject misery in pain. From I have an injury to my shoulder, so I'm sort of like just I'm grinning and bearing it as we go.
he has Kathy Bates hovering behind him, just like.
Sledgehammer. Yeah.
Alrighty, so let's get this going with our first random year, shall we? Let's
Absolutely.
let's see what we got. Alrighty, so it gives us 2001 as our first
Ooh.
foray. So
Okay.
2001, if we go to the Oscars from 2001, and obviously we've talked about this on the pod before, but the way they do Oscars, if you look them up, is stupid because it's never from the year that the movies were made, it's always the year after because it's March and we are having the Oscars for last year.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
on Noah's end, he's gonna pull up the stuff about there it is, just a slight lean. I told you it's happening. So he's looking up the list of the Oscars, and I'm just pulling up some random like movies that were in that year. That way we have some other just kind of see what else was going on that year. So
alrighty, let me see if I can find. There we go. Best Picture. All right. So for the year of 2001, we have. I'm gonna do the nominees first, and then I'll announce the winner, kind of
yeah,
like they do in the Oscars. We have Moulin Rouge. It's the Baz Luhrmann musical. We
Mulan. Okay.
have The Fellowship of the Ring.
Ah,
Peter Jackson. We have a movie called In the Bedroom. We have a movie called Gosford Park. And the winner of Best Picture from 2001 was A Beautiful Mind from Ron Howard.
okay.
Yeah.
So like initially, they quite obviously got this completely wrong. They got it
Yes.
wrong because it was obvious that Fellowship of the Ring was the best movie of the year, hands down. I don't need to look up a
Yeah.
single thing. We can just skip to the next year because it's so ridiculous. Like, okay,
We were only going to do 5 of these at random, but I think now we can
we
do
have to
six
go through
because
the whole 20 year. Yeah.
all 20 years, every 20, yeah.
No, but
Uh,
okay. So, A Beautiful Mind. It was a great film. Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, a whole bunch of character actors.
isn't Paul Bettany in that? Doesn't he play
Paul
his
Bettany.
roommate?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And here's a little bit of trivia. Uh, Paul Bettany and Jennifer Connelly met on the set of A Beautiful Mind, and they
Uh,
married, and they live down the road here from me. So
that's cool.
I've never talked to him or anything because it's sort of like I'm not going to say where I live exactly because privacy for them and everything, but like it's sort of a community where everyone's kind of like they're not really impressed with like famous people, so it's a great place for a famous person to go because then they can just act like a normal person. Anyway, they're making movies and TV shows and stuff all the time, so I'm sure they're rarely here. But anyway, they have a house here, so no.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, A Beautiful Mind is good. I feel like uh I personally would definitely put Fellowship of the Ring as the best picture, but I understand from a standpoint of fantasy is not everyone's bag that Beautiful Mind would take that because it's a great movie. Beautiful Mind's fantastic. Uh, but yeah, I think we gotta go with Fellowship of the Ring on that one.
I do have to say that a great movie that year also was The Patriot.
Ooh.
Now, so here's something like for the audience. This is something that I sort of feel like, and we're right now we're kind of avoiding some of the really modern Oscar nominees. One, because there's like 10, they nominate 10 or something. It's ridiculous
Too
amount.
many.
Two, there's a dearth of like great films. Like it feels to me personally, but so I think about like when I'm thinking about the films is like okay, uh, yes, you can make an argument for a movie of that moment. But then I think of like as as the best film of the year is the one that
Has
has
longevity.
staying power. Yeah. So
Yeah.
like in 50 years they're going to be talking about like Fellowship of the Ring, and they'll be like people will be like arguing and fighting in real life about if should they make a remake or something. No one's
Yeah.
going to talk about these other movies.
No one is gonna. You're not gonna be in a cafe somewhere and you go, well, we should talk about how good Gosford Park is.
Right, it was fine, but
Fine, fine film. Okay,
I
shall I generate another year?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look to see if there's anything else that should have been before any of those.
Okay.
There's a lot of bad movies made that year too.
Give me a
Well, there's
bad
like
one. What's a bad movie we got that year?
Battlefield Earth
Oh
with John
no,
Travolta.
no, John Travolta. That's like, who else is in that movie? It's John Travolta and
Forrest Whitaker, the
Forrest
great Forrest
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Another movie that I think probably should have made a nomination at least was Almost Famous. That's an
Mm,
excellent film.
that one's good too. That
That's an
one's good
excellent
too.
film. It's
Okay.
funny. As a test, I actually looked up, and I'll give you another one that actually should have made the list. But I did a random year because I was watching some movie the other night, and I was like, oh, that was 19 whatever, and I was like, what movies were made that year? And I was like, oh my gosh, there were some great movies. So another movie, I don't know, it should have been a Best Picture, but Snatch.
Oh yeah.
And that movie holds up. That holds up. That is a
Great movie.
great film.
Great movie.
Um, U571. That's a fantastic submarine movie. Um, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but Traffic,
Oh, Traffic's great.
excellent
Yeah.
film. So
Yeah.
I don't think they got this right. I think they could have definitely dropped off Gosford, In the Bedroom, and Moulin Rouge was a in the moment thing because they don't make a lot of like musicals. Whereas like
Yeah.
as you know, prior to 1970-ish, there were musicals all the time. So it's just more of a
And the Academy loves Baz Luhrmann. Like they
yeah,
cannot
yeah, they
like
do.
if Baz makes a film, they cannot go without nominating him, even if it's just okay. Like
Yeah,
Elvis, objectively, not a great movie, but it got a lot of nominations because it's a Baz Luhrmann.
yeah, yeah.
Up next, we have 1986, and
Ooh,
I
okay.
think you're gonna agree with the Academy on this.
All right, let me just
Uh,
pull up the yeah. You tell me
yeah,
what's up with. So that's
for
1985 technically, right?
no, we're at 19. It's 1986, so it'd be 1987 would be the because you're a year ahead.
Right. So which year? So which year are we looking at?
So we're the year of films is 86, but the
Okay,
Oscars is
gotcha.
yeah. So we have A Room with a View.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
fine.
writing these down just so I can remember. Okay,
We
Room.
have The Mission, which soundtrack I believe is Ennio Morricone and really good.
Yeah, and that's De Niro,
De
right?
Niro,
Yeah.
yeah. De Niro and British dude, right? Jeremy Irons is in that, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have Hannah and Her Sisters. Never seen it. We have Children of a Lesser God.
That's a
And
great
the
movie.
winner is Platoon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so just with oh my arm, this sucks. Oh, I'm just trying to like lean back and forth, and there's like, oh. Yeah, Platoon obviously
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the winner there out of that
Yeah.
like group. What was the first one? Room with a View.
Yeah. Room with a View.
That was okay. Mission was cinematography was great in a
Soundtrack. Amazing.
soundtrack. Children of a Lesser God. That was with that was I think the first Oscar winner who is deaf, Marlene
That's cool.
Mattson,
Okay.
who was absolutely stunning in that film. And I have no idea what Hannah and Her Sisters is. I don't even know. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I have zero idea what that even is.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to make some substitutions here. So no, because that's the year Hoosiers came out.
Oh.
I mean, Hoosiers.
How did Hoosiers not get nominated? That's
I
crazy.
don't know because they're well. I'm not going to use that word because you're not allowed to call people the R word. Mosquito Coast came out that year.
Well, yeah, because for that, they didn't nominate it for Best Picture, but Dennis Hopper did get nominated for Hoosiers that year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling through to see what might come up.
Cinematography. We were talking about cinematography for The Mission. It did win cinematography that year as well.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think this one should have been Best Picture, but that's Crocodile Dundee. I mean, the great Crocodile Dundee was that year.
Now that's a knife.
Oh, that's a knife. Oh, and the great Sylvester Stallone film Cobra.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Cobra.
We can't forget Cobra.
Okay.
No, but there were some really good like crime movies. There was Blue Velvet was out that year.
Oh, okay.
Which is like a cult classic. I'm not saying that one should have been necessarily a Best Picture, but
Hoosiers for sure though. That's crazy.
Hoosiers.
I see. Maybe this is another podcast for another time, but something that we could have done. But in the new expanded format, you would think Hoosiers would be nominated.
Yeah, and I suppose whoever voted to change the rules of the Oscars to go from 5 to 10 movies, I'm sure that was one of their things. Was like, well, there's just too many movies to choose from.
His one campaign was because Hoosiers got left off the list.
Hoosiers, yeah.
He was like, we need to change this. This is so important because in 1986 we left off Hoosiers.
If I was on the Academy board, I would be railing about Hoosiers being left off, and that would be my entire.
That'd be your hill to die on. We need to expand the format.
There's a lot of like good war movies. Heartbreak Ridge was out.
But I mean, if you're lining them up against Platoon, it's like that's got to win. Yeah,
I mean, you can't really make a strong argument against Platoon. That's such a good film.
Brilliant. Such a great cast too.
Yeah. There was a film I remember from that year, but I don't see it scrolling up, and I'm not going to look anymore. So, okay. Yeah, I would say that's a solid. They did that one right. I think they did that one right in '86.
Alrighty, can we get a drum roll for the next year?
Oh, I can't drum roll.
Oh no. Alrighty, let's see here. 1991.
Oh, okay. Let's see what we got.
So 1991, we're going Best Picture. Oh, these are good. I think these are good. Got? For Best Picture, 1991, we have The Prince of Tides.
Okay.
We have JFK.
Hold on, let me write that down. Prince.
Oh yeah. Prince of Tides.
And then JFK. Yep.
JFK. Bugsy. Beauty and the Beast. And
Okay.
the winner was Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah.
like just off the top of my head, I feel they got that one correct.
Yeah, based on the nominees, I agree. JFK, I think, is an interesting argument, maybe,
Yeah,
but
I would say JFK. Yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't have won for sure, but
no.
um yeah, I feel like there's a couple that they were left off the list. Oh, I don't know. Um
Oh man, I'm looking at some of the other nominations that year, just of like other
oh yeah,
categories.
that'd be helpful, yeah.
Oh man, the leading actor is better. I think the acting list is better than the movies themselves.
Well, what was for the other movies?
For actor in a leading role, you have Robin Williams in The Fisher King, which off the bat I would nominate The Fisher King.
I would nominate that over like Bugsy or
Yeah.
Beauty and the
You
Beast.
you
Yeah.
have Nick Nolte for Prince of Tides. Okay.
Yeah.
You have Robert De Niro in Cape Fear.
I think Cape Fear was good. I don't know that that was a best picture sort of a movie.
You've got Warren Beatty and Bugsy, and then
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins won for Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
oh man.
yeah.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Barton Fink also came out that year.
See, here's the thing. Okay, I'm just going to throw this out there about Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner. So
Great movie.
now at the time, I get that, like, because I think, as we all know, science fiction, fantasy, anything with, swords running around, doing stuff like that, fun stuff, or even complicated sci-fi movies, the Academy has always sort of frowned on that stuff generally. And so you have something like a Robin Hood, and people were like, "Oh, it has to be, the Prince of Tides, where they're two people that are in a relationship, and they're all the it's so dramatic acting." But nobody's watching that anymore. After that year, no one ever like watched that again. And to this day, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves comes on. People are like, Robin Hood, this is great. So
Yeah.
I don't know if we're properly giving like due that the year of the movie comes out. It also doesn't take into account the cult classics that come up. Like one of the great movies of that year was, like you said, Barton Fink, but My Own Private Idaho.
Oh,
With
yeah,
River
okay.
Phoenix and Keanu Reeves. So, and City Slickers, like I get that they don't and they never they hardly ever
But as
nominate
far as
comedy.
comedies go, that's a classic.
Right. So that's where I think there's some of these genres, comedy, sci-fi. Sci-fi occasionally gets nominated, and fantasy sometimes does with Lord of the Rings and stuff. But okay, I'm throwing it out there. It's maybe it'll come up in the randomizer. But was any of the Harry Potters ever nominated for a Best Picture?
I believe that the 8th film was.
Maybe with the last one, but
Yes.
some of those I don't even know that because it's like part 1 and part 2, but like some of the standalone ones were absolutely beautifully well done movies, and people will be watching those forever. Yeah. And they were nominated because they were fantasy movies, which I don't think is fair.
Right.
Point Break.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't consider it a Best Picture, but it's also a movie that
But a great movie.
But and everyone knows it. It's so great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even it goes so far. It's such a pop culture thing that they. One of my favorite lines in the original Avengers movie, Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man says to Thor, he goes, "No hard feelings. You got a nice swing there, Point Break."
I forgot about that.
It's great. It's great. Yeah.
Another great one that I'm actually surprised wasn't on the Best Picture, because it did get a ton of a lot of press that year, was Thelma and Louise.
Oh yeah, of course. Thelma and Louise. It was nominated for actress in a leading role, Gina Davis.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm looking at my list, and like they don't even list fantasy or sci-fi. Oh, here's sci-fi. They don't even list fantasy films on my list of stuff.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of great stuff though. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Shall we randomize another year?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. 1998. I think this is, yes.
92.
So
Okay.
98 would be the 99. And
Oh, there's some interesting movies.
we're
I
going best
Now for the
picture.
audience, you can guess, based on me being Gen X, like I love the '90s movies. I think it's
Oh
the best.
man,
So many good movies in the
this
'90s.
is tough. So off the bat, we have Thin Red Line, very good film.
Oh yeah.
Then you have Saving Private Ryan.
Ooh, two war films. Okay.
Then you have Life is Beautiful.
Which, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that one didn't win.
Then you have Elizabeth,
Eh.
and you have the winner, in my opinion, one of the most overrated winners of all time, Shakespeare in Love.
Oh God.
Automatically, I say you put Saving Private Ryan or Life is Beautiful in there. I don't know which one. I think I lean Life is Beautiful just because of the subject matter, but they're both World War II.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it has to be Saving Private Ryan.
to
I love
me,
the
to
subject.
me, Life is Beautiful. I would put Life is Beautiful in there purely because it is equal parts comedy and tragedy, and it balances the horrors of World War II with what it is to be uh, human and from a comedic standpoint. Like the whole point of the movie is this guy trying to make people laugh in a concentration camp. And it's like, I just, as a comedian and as someone who is also like deeply interested in history, the combination of the two and just how it's done is just so beautiful to me. And I love a good foreign language film. I mean, if you're Italian, it's not foreign to you, but to me, I had to watch that with subtitles. And I enjoy watching movies with subtitles. So I love Saving Private Ryan. I love it. Like I'm not mad at all. I don't disagree with you at all. But I just for the sake of being different, I think I'd put Life is Beautiful in there.
I mean, it is a fantastic film.
Yeah.
Um, I just the scope of Saving Private Ryan,
Mm.
and it has arguably the you don't use the word best, but the most effective um, beginnings to a war film of all time, and possibly
No, I think it's the best. I
yeah,
think best
yeah,
is I think it's the best because
yeah,
it's like I have yet to go to the beaches yet over there, but I my wife has, and like anyone I've ever talked to that has, when you're picturing in your head what happened there, you're picturing Save It Private Ryan.
yeah,
Like
and
obviously that really happened and there were real people to picture, but it is so ingrained in your mind watching that. And there's like if you watch that movie, there's not aside from like yelling commands, there is not a line of dialogue for like the first 30 minutes.
yeah, yeah. No,
That's hard.
and I it's and you could definitely argue that it's a top five, if not a top three. Some people would say the best war film that's ever been made. I wouldn't go that far necessarily because I would have to think about that a little bit. But
Well, I mean even in that year you have Thin Red Line. That's a brilliant one.
well, that's the thing. It was like that one didn't get the press, and then granted, it did get nominated, but it didn't get the press, which was a little unfortunate because it was directed, I believe, by Terrence Malick, and it was and it was like it was like Cazavel, and it had so many actors in it. Sean Penn was in it, and Nick Nolte was in it, and it's just like so many people in it, and it was the thinking man's. It was like it sounds weird to call a war film like a thinking man's piece, but it really was. It was like a
Mm.
reflection because during the film, and a lot of people hadn't seen it, and that's one of the reasons that it was like a little bit of it was like a mix of an art film, which is a little mix of an art film and a war film. So like the director would jump into the heads of what the men were thinking as things were happening, and it was just a beautiful soundtrack by Hans Zimmer. And but I even with that, I don't know if I'd put that over.
No.
Although I would say that music, artistry, cinematography, I would say the acting, I would say all of it's as good, if not better, than Saving Private Ryan.
I don't know. It's
Um,
hard. It's hard to beat the score. The score for Saving Private Ryan is so good.
but Hans Zimmer, because he there's
Yeah, but
I actually have
it's your classic Hans Zimmer versus John Williams. Like, who wins that?
but Hans Zimmer did something different with this particular soundtrack, and this is one of the reasons I think about it is because there's one track on it. It's like a 7-minute track, and it's in the film. And as they're going, they're trying. It takes place in the World War II, but in the Pacific theater. And there's one scene where they're basically trying to take sort of like a hill where the Japanese are entrenched and sort of like dug into this, whatever they're. I can't remember what those are called, but like a
Foxhole.
yeah, but it's like one of those where it has the rectangular opening. They're
Oh
shooting
yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they have to go up this slope that's covered in this really really long Asiatic grass of some kind, and but during the music during that is like it's just one long piece that gets slowly like bigger and bigger and bigger with
Mm.
the sound. So it's like, and it starts off with the sound of um there's this kind of music that they do there where they use these like light sticks, and it's like plink plink. So it's sort of like, I don't know if I have my coffee mug can do it, but it's like, can you hear that?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a very light reeds that are going against like something else, and then it just builds on the sticks and then they have like this orchestral stuff behind the sticks, and it gets as the scene as they're trying to, and the guys are getting shot and the bullets are whizzing over. It's like this giant orchestral piece, but it starts off so quiet with these sticks, and then it grows to the end
Mm.
where it's just this masterpiece, and you're just like, oh my god, that just happened. So is it better than Saving Private Ryan? I can't say that, but it's such a beautifully well done film that people, if you want to see a war film, go see The Thin Red Line.
Okay.
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 Also, by the way, that came out this year that don't compete with these movies. Um, a cult classic, Dark City,
Oh
incredible film.
yeah.
This next film, I think I would have made. You could make an argument it could have been Best Picture. Is one of my favorites and one of your favorites. What Dreams May Come.
Yes.
It's one of the most beautiful films that have ever been made. I
It's
mean,
great. It's great.
uh, a great, it's well, the great movie, The Rounders. Great film. Not a Best Picture film, of course. But whatever. Um, just seeing if there's any other.
You've also got Gods and Monsters. Ian McKellen got nominated.
Oh,
You
okay.
have you have American History X.
That. Oh, there's a really beautiful sunset. Wow. Um, okay, I don't think it should have been Best Picture, but Armageddon came out that year.
Mm.
You could argue above any of these except Saving Private Ryan, people are still watching that and loving it. I tell you what, like just this in the last year, I think I watched that with my nephew Levi. And to this day, when we're thinking about movies to watch, he's like, "Well, we could watch Armageddon." I'm like, dude, we've watched it like 6 times. What are you talking about? It just something about it really holds up to time.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
it's not better
Um,
than those other movies, but
no, no. I mean, I think it's also interesting. American History X left off that list. I think that's a great film.
Oh, and the Liam Neeson version of Les Mis.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
very good film.
I don't think I've seen that version.
No, oh yeah, very good film. And
Okay.
then there's a lot of good. I'm not going to list them all, but there's a lot of good thrillers and stuff that came out that year, including Nicolas Cage's Snake Eyes,
Oh,
which is not
classic.
which is not a Best Picture nominee.
No, I seldom is there a Nicolas Cage Best Picture, but when there is,
Yeah,
it's real good.
and I think we've
It's
talked
real
about him
good.
in a past pod or two. He's due for another like big wave of like, and we've talked about he's been doing some films lately, and I think he's on the upswing now. He's going to do some
I think
stuff.
it'd be really fun to do a Nicolas Cage pod of worst Nicolas Cage films, and argue like what is the worst Nicolas Cage film of all time,
I
and
know
then
that'd
do
be tough.
one that do a flip where the best Nicolas Cage movies, because I think there'd be a fun list. All right, should I generate another year for us?
Yeah, although I will say with there's a lot of bad Nicolas Cage movies I haven't seen and I'm not gonna. So,
No.
we'll just say
So
there's 10 movies that are worse than the one I've seen.
one of the best worst Nicolas Cage movies I've ever seen is, and I forget the name of the film, but he plays a uh like a mercenary, and he has to train he has to train Hayden Christensen
Oh gosh.
as another mercenary, and they're trying to save China.
Ugh.
And it's like there's a Chinese princess and Hayden falls in love with the Chinese princess. It's terrible, but Joe and I absolutely loved it because it was so bad. We love watching Nicolas Cage movies that
Is
are
it is it
bad.
is it something that like he like what happened to Pacino where his manager ran off with all his money, or is he
No.
just like has movies that are offered to him on a dartboard across the room and he's like, here we
Well,
go.
I think what it is I just love making movies, and yeah, I don't know. I think he does the this is very interesting, not a quote, but um Humphrey Bogart once asked, or was it the other way around? Either way, I think it was Cary Grant was talking to Humphrey Bogart, and he was like, "How do you get in all these great movies? Like, what is like?" Because Cary Grant had great movies, but like Cary Grant was like, how are you doing all of
Yeah,
these
Bogey picks
absolute
good
bangers?"
ones. Yeah.
And Humphrey Bogart was like, "I literally do everything. I do every movie." He's like, "Any movie that comes across my desk, I do it because like there's gonna be some of the greatest movies ever made, but there's also gonna be some that suck, but you will not know if you say no." And I think that Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage has adapted that philosophy as I just do them all.
Well, there's a few guys that do that. Like I think like Christopher Walken's like that. Like he's like in like he was like in that ping pong movie and like a beer fest. Like he doesn't care. He's like,
No.
it's fun. I'll do it.
Right after all the allegations came out about Kevin Spacey dropped a movie where he turned into a it was a movie where he like hated his life, and he went into a pet store, and the random owner of the pet store was Christopher Walken, and Christopher Walken turned Kevin Spacey into a cat, and the whole movie is Kevin Spacey living life as a cat.
Okay, so if you're in the position of making films and you don't mind dealing with a little bit of the flack from who you're hiring, there are times when an actor who's very very good is on the down and outs, and that's when you got to pick. I really think that's how Quentin Tarantino got some of the guys he did over the time, because like they're cheap and they needed work. And Quentin, I think to some of his like he can get now he can get a lot of money for, he can get whoever he wants, but in the start people were like, "Oh yeah, I need some work. I'll try it out. I don't care." And he was just like, and then after he just did one or two successful movies, then he can kind of get whoever he wanted to. But like if you're a starting out filmmaker, go for him. Right now, the stock is really low on Kevin Spacey, and he's really good. Same with Nicolas Cage. You might have to pay a little more for. That would be a great pod to do every once in a while. Hot or not, what's this? Would you buy or sell this actor?
Hmm.
Based on their reputation, all the stuff. Like right
Yeah.
now, like if I was like making an indie film in Europe, you better believe I'm throwing my script at Johnny Depp right now.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's like, oh, you have a guy who has no legs and he's from the 18th century and he casts magic. Yes, I'll do that. He'll do it.
Was casting magic was just bring me a mega pint.
Right, right. It's like I didn't prepare for like actors and actresses like what can like actors that you can get at the Walmart discount bin right now.
Yeah. Mel
Uh,
Gibson.
yeah, although I think he's now on the up. I don't think he's
Maybe.
well.
Maybe, but I still think Mel Gibson. Oh, and he just got in trouble. Shia LaBeouf is also like one of those like big name, not like as far as like acting quality, but
Yeah.
like big names to sell your film. As far as we could do a whole podcast on this. I think that would be a fun.
No, that's what I'm talking about. And I think also with is it Shyla or Shiloh? What is his name? I don't even know.
Shyla, yeah, Shyla.
Whatever. Yeah, so that kid.
LaBouffe.
LaBouffe. What would be smart for two things? I know that they're doing another Transformers. Obviously, they're going to do another one, but they want to bring back Wahlberg because his were the most successful, and they want to bring back Shyla, and I think that would be super. I know Shyla's like, oh my, I hate it when they're pretentious and they're like, well, the scope of my character has run its course. I'm like, dude, someone just beat the hell out of you at a bar in New Orleans, and like you need to get work. Like this is the time. You can't be like selective.
Yeah.
So if he did that, I bet you his ability to get other roles that he wants to do, it's sort of like what's his name? The guy who did Speed 2, William Dafoe. Yeah. And they asked him why he did Speed 2, and William Dafoe was like, well, he's like every fourth movie you see me in is basically going to be some weird giant. You don't expect me to be in it. He's like, I'm doing it for the money so I can do the indie films and I can do plays off Broadway. He's like, so I do plays, I do indie films or interesting films, whatever, things that, and again, he's like one of those guys, I'll do a film. I don't know if it's going to be amazing, but he was also like in Platoon and made it what it was. So like he will be in films that are going to be amazing. And then he's going to be in the occasional like goofy, huge film. And I think a lot of them do that anyway, but they just don't want to admit it, And there are ones that like a Daniel Day-Lewis that's like, I will only do a film that I believe will be da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, he's really good. You can, if you wait long enough, you can find those roles. But even still, he's going to a couple.
That's actually
too.
A pretty good Daniel Day-Lewis. I like that. That was good.
Yeah,
shall I randomize another year?
Yeah, let's see. What do we got?
Alrighty. We already did that year. Never mind. 1989.
1989. That's a good year.
1989 would be 1990s awards.
Let me see, hold on a second.
And we're looking at Best Picture.
You said 1999? Okay.
1989.
Oh, 89.
Yeah.
All right.
89. So it's the 1990 Oscars.
Right.
Okay.
Well, right away, Sylvester Stallone has a great film called Lock Up.
Okay.
But wait, before we get to the Oscar, let me do a mock Oscar. So we got Lock Up to choose from.
Okay.
Then we have Friday the 13th Part 8.
Okay.
Then we
What's crazy is in 89 they were already on Part 8.
Right? Like were they making 2 a year?
That's nuts.
Boy, there's some good. I don't know who's going to come up on. So we'll get to that in a second. Let me just scroll through a little bit. There's some good movies this year. Hold on. So we also got Weekend at Bernie's.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to throw some ones that are not completely terrible out there.
Weekend at Bernie's is a classic. It's a cult classic.
Yeah. And then I'll go down a little bit more. Oh, obviously this isn't going to be listed in your group, but we do have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, excellent.
Excellent. All the hurt. Okay. So who do we got for the nomination?
Okay. So for nominations, we have My Left Foot.
Oh, speaking of Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes. Yeah. We have Field of Dreams.
Ooh.
We have
let me write that down. Left foot.
Field of Dreams.
Field. Okay.
We have Dead Poets Society.
Ooh.
Yep. We have Born on the 4th of July.
Okay. Tom Cruise.
And Best Picture winner probably takes the cake for second, because I already said first, of pictures I don't think should win, is Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, God.
Which is, first off, I feel like just not the greatest movie for that to be even nominated, let alone win. But
okay.
From that list, I'm biased. I put Dead Poets Society as my best picture that year.
Yeah, out of that list, Dead Poet Society absolutely. Oh, it's number one. I think Driving Miss Daisy. That was only because whomever the lady was a real old broad. Wow, you shouldn't say that, I guess, but she's an old
Oh my
lady,
gosh.
and I think it was like it was her time in the Oscars because I remember that.
Yeah.
And then Morgan Freeman was sort of on this like trajectory up, and I think at that time it was like Morgan Freeman can do no wrong and that kind of thing. And so I think that's where they got the momentum for him. But like
Yeah.
definitely.
But speaking of Morgan Freeman, you know what else was out that year?
Oh, I just saw it. Yeah, go ahead.
Glory.
Yeah. No, that one
Glory.
should have been nominated.
Glory should have been nominated. Batman was out that year with Michael Keaton. Fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what else? This is one of your
Karate
favorite.
Kid 3.
This is one of your favorites. The Abyss.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh, The Abyss versus Dead Poet Society.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a rough one.
That's tough. That's
Oh,
tough.
those are two of my. Those are two of my favorite movies. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
Wait.
I
Okay,
know.
we might be able to break the tie with something we haven't found yet.
Then you
Um,
also have you also have oh, I
Lean
just
on
saw it.
Me?
Where did it go? Yeah, you have Lean on Me.
Weird
As
film.
far as comedies go, Harlem Nights.
Very good. I don't think it breaks into the top 5, but that's a great film.
Great film. Henry the Fifth, Kenneth Branagh.
Oh,
Yeah, this is a great year for movies.
Tango and Cash.
The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
I think you should have laughed at Tango and Cash. I'm just saying. Yeah, you probably have no idea what that is, do you?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've.
Okay, it's a buddy.
seen
It's
it.
a buddy cop film with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell.
Oh, I'll have to watch it immediately.
It's definitely not a Best Picture nominee.
No, but it sounds awesome. It sounds
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. Tango and Cash, All right.
that's what the movie was like. Oh,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, cool. What else? Do we have anything else before I do another year?
Yeah,
That's
let me look
awesome.
through here a little bit more here. Again, I feel like I'm not mentioning some fantasy films. Uncle Buck, one of the best comedies of all time.
Crimes and Misdemeanors.
Oh,
Martin Landau.
yeah.
Woody Allen. Yeah.
I was just seeing if they would. I wished on my list. The list doesn't list fantasy films, and granted, 1989 fantasy.
Marlon
film,
Brando in A Dry White Season.
That's a great film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't nothing.
Yeah, Driving Miss Daisy is such a weird thing for them
But, like,
to put up because
it's
like
sort of
also
funny.
like Dan Aykroyd got nominated for a supporting role in that. Like that's nuts.
Dan Aykroyd for what?
For Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh, that's right. I remember. No, so okay. What I was going to say was like, when we think about like last year, like we don't think about like what the good comedies were.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to look through all of them, but just like because on my list they have like the genres are broken down, whatever. And so like they have Uncle Buck,
Mm.
Honey I Shrunk the Kids,
Oh yes.
Look Who's Talking, Fletch Lives, Say Anything, which is a great romantic comedy with John Cusack. I'm just saying like Ghostbusters 2, which was not as good as the first. Parenthood, which is still
Oh,
loved
classic.
to this day.
Yeah.
UHF, Weekend at Bernie's, like I said. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Who's Harry Crumb? Another John Candy film. So Dream Team with Michael Keaton. The Burbs with Castaway.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, The Burbs. So, but like Back to the Future 2. So I'm like, all those films in one year were all these comedies. And it's like, if we think about like comedies from like 2 years ago, nothing comes to mind.
No. That's a really good list of movies. That's a good year for films.
Yeah.
Okay. That's incredible. Should we do a couple more years?
I just want to give a little shout out to Patrick Swayze in Next of Kin, which
Heck yeah.
I'm actually not mocking it. It was actually a good film. For what it was.
Gotta love Patrick Swayze. Alrighty.
Lethal
Right.
Weapon 2.
Oh, all right. All right.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, let's do another one.
Drum roll, but not for you because of your
Like with the one
shoulder.
hand. Like, what's the name of the drummer that does it with the one hand?
1995.
95. By the way, who's the drummer that drums with one hand?
It's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head.
Shoot, I watched him on YouTube the other day. It was like one
Speaking
of
of
those.
Nicolas Cage,
95. What do we got?
well, his movie wasn't nominated for Best Picture, but
That's fine.
oh, you might be very happy about this. All right, so
So 95 is a good movie.
we've got Sense and Sensibility.
Okay, never mind.
We have The Postman.
That was not nominated for a Best Picture.
Yeah,
What?
The Postman.
You that list can't be right.
Not the Postman that has Kevin Costner. It's another movie. It's another movie called The Postman.
Oh no, was it Il Pastino?
Yes, but it's what it's called,
Oh.
The Postman.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I was
Il
like,
Postman. You're like, what?
what list? Who is smoking crack in the Oscar booth?
It's actually revisionist history. They went back and they they gave it to Kevin Costner. No, but then we have George Miller's Babe. We have Apollo 13,
Okay.
and then the winner was Braveheart.
Well, they got
I
the
think
winner
they
right.
got that right.
Yeah, that's solid. Yes. Now,
Also that year they had Nixon.
Meh.
Leaving Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage.
that was a great like sort of like slice of something, but I don't think it
Yeah.
was a big picture.
Casino. I don't know how that didn't get nominated for Best Picture.
Now that was a worthy. Yeah, that one should have been on there. Casino. Should have been
Casino should have been on there. They've got 12 Monkeys.
on. Ooh.
Yeah, The Usual Suspects.
Oh, that didn't get on there.
No, and Mr. Holland's Opus.
I'm actually surprised that didn't get nominated because that one was like huge.
I'm shocked, in all honesty. I'm shocked that Babe got into Best Picture. Is Babe, do I really have to go back and watch Babe? I've seen Babe, but as a kid, is Babe really that good?
No.
Like, there's no way. There is no way that Babe is that
I'm
good.
just gonna save you the time and say no.
You're telling me Babe is better than 12 Monkeys and Casino?
Okay, this would never have gotten nominated. Maybe if you have the list, can you see what the foreign films were listed? Because
I sure can.
a really, really cool film called The City of Lost Children was made that year.
No. So for foreign language, you have The Star Maker from Italy. You have Que Quattrillo from Brazil. You have Dust of Life from Algeria. All Things Fair from Sweden. And Antonia's Line from the Netherlands.
Okay. Yeah, with foreign films, you could usually tell they're going to be decent, but they're usually really topical about some girl in a prison somewhere, and there's a lot of like sand and.
Also, just to put it out there, also not really getting any nominations or buzz. Toy Story came out that year. Speaking of buzz,
They probably didn't know how. They probably didn't know how instrumental and how influential that would be over time.
Pocahontas also came out that year.
Right.
Just like some others, Batman Forever. That's terrible.
Ooh, the movie Seven came out that year. Heat.
Heat.
Is
that really 95?
That was 95. Dead Man Walking.
Okay. Yeah, Dead
Sean
Man Walking.
Penn and Susan Sarandon.
Yep, that got nominated, but not for Best Picture. Yep.
Right. I'm sure they nominated Sean Penn for it. I'm sure because he got to sit around and brood in his goatee.
Pretty nuts that Babe is in there. It's an insult to film, I think, to nominate Babe. Who did George have? Who did George Miller have? Like, who had dirt? Who did he have dirt on? That he was like,
right?
You give me the best picture for Babe, or I'm gonna expose you. Like what?
Yeah. It could have been, now that we went through some of these movies there that year. It sucks because like my writing hand, which I'm jotting down ideas and whatever, like
Oof.
I can't move it. But like just kind of scrolling through, it seems kind of like a year of like lots of good, like Usual Suspects,
Yes.
Seven, like there's a lot of crime movies, like mobster movies, like
12
but like
Monkeys.
not huge like Braveheart Best Picture. And I think sometimes, and this is sort of the problem in recent years, is like there's not these big movies, there's all these like little movies that are fine, but
Yeah.
it it's also like what gets made in what year. So you have like some years we have two giant war films, and then sometimes there just isn't big films. And also, I mean, you can't go against Braveheart. That was, that for you could argue that it's a top 10 war film of all time, or you could argue it's a top 10 historical film of all time, or it's one of the best films of the 90s. So it's like, any way you cut it, that's going to be in the top of, whatever. But like,
100%.
yeah, Casino, I think, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they really applaud like crime and mobster movies and stuff, but sometimes they don't. They sort of poo poo, as the saying goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Should we do one more year?
Yeah, let's do one more year, and that'll cap us out for our pod today.
Yeah. Alrighty. Drum roll, but not for you. 1987.
87. Okay.
So that the 88 awards.
Oh, interesting.
Go to 88. Go to the best picture.
Okay, here we go. I actually looked this year up earlier, so
All right.
I don't know if I'll be able to find them all again, but I know there's some movies that should have been gotten more love.
So the best picture nominees are Moonstruck, Hope and Glory, Fatal Attraction, great film, Broadcast News, and The Last Emperor. Which one?
Okay.
The Last Emperor won.
Yeah, I would say, well, out of that like group, The Last Emperor, but that's not the one that should have won.
No. And I would also throw in Good Morning Vietnam.
I was just about to say Good Morning Vietnam was there.
Because he got nominated. He got nominated for the Oscar. The Untouchables with Sean Connery.
Full Metal Jacket.
That's nuts. Cry Freedom.
Man. Yeah, but there's some like The Lost Boys. So there's like some cult classics this year. I'm not saying as a best picture. I'm saying just like but it goes back to like
Empire of the Sun came out that year too.
Now have you ever seen that film?
Yeah, great film.
Yeah, for those that haven't seen that, that's
how is that not a best picture over Moonstruck?
If I remember right, that was written by George Lucas and directed by Steven Spielberg, and starring a young Christian Bale with a best supporting actor of John Malkovich. And this is just off my memory. It was such a good film. And
I just watched that.
Was absolutely stunning. What's that?
I watched that on a plane, actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
so good. Another movie, RoboCop. Come on, RoboCop. We were just texting about him because that actor is in Sons of Anarchy.
What's the dude's name? Peter Weir.
Yes.
Also, it was sort of a comedy, but also like a drama. But Throw Mama from the Train with Billy Crystal and little dude, little dude. I'm forgetting his name. He was in Twins with Schwarzenegger.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
But Full Metal Jacket, La Bamba, which you probably haven't seen, but it's like
I've seen La Bamba. That's Lou Diamond Phillips, right?
Yeah. Which was sort of like his one big film.
Unfortunately, I feel like if that movie came out now, it would get so much buzz, but that was not a time of the biopic.
No, it wasn't. And I think it. Sometimes there are actors that do some of these roles that like they don't want to give flowers to,
Yeah.
and I think Lou Diamond Phillips, because this was '87, so he just around that time made uh what was the western that the two of them
Oh, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
um
Young Guns?
Young Guns and Young Guns 2, which by the way they're making a Young Guns 3.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Let's
Lou Diamond
go!
Phillips. Yeah, he went on social media like a month or two ago, and he was like, "Guess what?" And I was like,
That's
"You know what they're
awesome.
also doing? They're rebooting Firefly."
I saw that. That's cool.
Now, I don't know if Disney would just not do anything and they would just allow other people, other production companies to make films or make series. I would trust it more,
Yeah.
but you gotta like go, well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Firefly, they're getting at least three of the band back together. I don't think they've announced more than uh uh
Nathan Fillion.
Phil, yeah, and the Marina, whatever, Bacala
Yeah, yeah, the
Balakiri,
Chica, yeah.
and then
Buttercane, whatever her name is.
Jewel something or other.
Yeah.
Although I don't know
Okay.
which was her name, her stage name or her real name, or I can't remember. I've only seen her in like one or two things, so I don't really know her filmography at all. Um, some other movies from '87 though. There was hold on, I'm gonna find the one. It's like it's so good. Hold on.
It's bothering you. It's crawling into
No,
the
no, it's
crevices of
bothering
your
me because I saw it when
mind.
I was scrolling before. And The Princess Bride.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Best Picture nominee just for its influence on everything in film
Without a
forever.
doubt. It's
Um,
not even close.
and I thought, shoot, I thought there was another one.
The Princess Bride.
I could have swore that in that year, um, oh man, well, I'm not gonna say it because whatever, like we'll touch on it. I'm surprised The Untouchables wasn't nominated because
I
Sean
know.
Connery, like a period piece, everyone those period
You
pieces.
bring a
Oh,
knife to a gunfight.
I
He
don't.
puts one of
I'm
yours in the hospital, you put one of his in the morgue.
and and I totally get why this and it would never would have because they don't nominate action films like hardly ever. But like the original Lethal Weapon came out that year.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, I mean, better than what was it? No, that was last one. Was it Moonstruck for this one? Was it? Was that what we're?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Moonstruck
Moonstruck. Better than Moonstruck. Come
and Hope
on,
and Glory. Meh. Fatal
meh.
Attraction. You liked it more than I did, although it stands the test of time.
Fatal Attraction's fine, but
It's
like
fine. It's fine.
I think what's real about Fatal Attraction is everyone knows a psycho that
Yeah,
wants to kill them.
yeah.
Like
Well,
that's
I don't know anyone who wants to
everyone.
kill me. That's
No, no,
true.
no. But everyone has dated at least one woman or guy that like would boil your rabbit alive.
I hope I haven't, but I'm sure I have. So there it is. No, and
Fair.
then broadcast news. I know the name. I don't remember it though.
No, it's fine. It's
You
fine.
know,
Cast
and
is
I
great.
think I do feel like now granted in this day and age where not only do you have all the production companies making movies, you have all the different platforms making movies too. So there are so many to watch. It's very hard to watch everything. But like up through the early 2000s, if you're like a movie, snob, lover, cinephile, all the different names for it. But like if you love movies, you could watch most of the good movies you could catch throughout the year. Where now it would be really tough to watch everything because there's so many series to watch too.
Yeah.
But if we're talking like this was what year is it? Whatever, 1987 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a few where I was too young to maybe have the money to go to the theater, and like it was before you could rent everything. So there's that like a little bit of a gap, for some of the films. But like
Sure.
basically from high school/college on, we had the ability to watch everything. You go on Blockbuster, you could find everything, and that's what we
Yeah.
did because, like, I don't know, whatever people are doing now. I have no idea how all these people they must be like run up their credit card and everything because like the prices to go out are so expensive, not just for like a beverage at a bar, but like you go out for any kind of food, any fast food, everything is so expensive. Like, I don't know how everyone's going out all the time. It used to be because in college, okay, so it's all relative. So with inflation, so like we all worked,
Right.
and like so we had the same kind of ratio of money to like disposable money, and like there was like we might be able to go out on a Friday or Saturday, but we couldn't go out like 2 3 days straight. Certainly couldn't go out during the week because we had to work night shifts and day shifts,
Right.
and
Right.
so we rented movies and we pooled money and we all bought pizzas and the thing. You remember the day, but like
Oh yeah.
but also friends and that just always are going out and you're like, how are you doing
Always.
this?
Where's his money coming from?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like and then how could anyone watch all the movies if you're going out all the time now? I mean,
Mm-hmm. You don't have
it's
time.
yeah. Well, also you have to like pay for all the subscriptions to all the different
Yeah.
places where they're broadcast. So
Yeah.
it's
Well, that was fun, and this is we haven't gone through all the years, so we can kind of
we have not gone through all the years. That is
we can go through a mark.
all of film.
We can go through and mark which ones we did, and maybe bring this episode back. And do
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah. The
thing
only one I
again.
didn't write down was what was this last one? Was this 87?
It's 87.
Okay. There are two that I didn't write down, but I can look them up and I can just file the paper so we
Lovely.
know which ones to skip. But or
Lovely.
we'll just know which one we've seen.
Yeah, yeah. Before we get out of here, is there something you recently watched or something you're excited to watch coming up? I know you said the Monarch show. That's coming up, but
I'm waiting until the last time I looked, there were 2 episodes out, so I'm waiting until there's about
okay.
3 or 4, and then I'm gonna
Sure.
and then I'll like watch because they usually do like eight episodes or whatever. So I'm like, I'll watch the first 4, and then I'll wait a few weeks and watch the next batch.
Fair.
I just watched I just watched the movie from 1997 or 8, the movie Contact.
Oh yeah, Contact. I just watched that last month.
Oh yeah,
Actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jodie Foster,
So good. Matthew McConaughey.
McConaughey. Who else is in that? James Woods.
Yeah.
What's the
Really?
guy's name? The guy who's the blind guy. Fitchner.
Oh yeah.
Because the other night I watched part of The Dark Knight,
Oh
and in the
yeah.
beginning with the bank heist scene, Fitchner's in that,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it made
yeah.
me think, like, wait a second, Fincher's one of these guys who's just he's had such a long career, and he can still get. He's not like a guy that gets a lot of leads, but he's consistently in great, like memorable
Yeah.
stuff.
He's
War
really good
film.
in Contact. Contact is a great. I think Contact's underrated.
Oh yeah, I think probably as a science fiction film, it's probably a top. It's definitely a top 10. I don't know
Oh
if it's
yeah.
top 5.
I don't know, but it's real good, and
It's very
it still
good.
holds up. I just watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago on a plane actually when I was going to
Oh,
Ireland. I was like, oh, let me watch Contact. I've never seen it. It was
yeah.
so good.
The music is so
Music's
good.
incredible.
The
Oh my gosh.
pacing, it's just
Yeah,
yeah.
real good.
It's sort of funny because like there are films that like they come out and they get some acclaim, and then just as the years go by, people just realize how good a film that was.
Yep.
No, it isn't like Armageddon. People knew at the start that Armageddon was just this crazy guys that drilling in the ocean are gonna go to like a rocket or a rock hurling through space. It was kind of goofy and campy, and 20 30 years later it's still goofy and campy, but it works. But it isn't like the opinion on it changed, whereas like the other one just like a good wine, they just mellow and they
Yeah.
get better with age and the whole thing. And yeah, content. What have you watched recently?
I just watched one of the. I'm working my way through the Best Picture nominations for this year. I have one left. There's a movie called The Secret Agent. It's a film out of South America, which looks really good. But I just finished watching two movies. I watched F1, which got nominated for Best Picture.
Yep.
Really good racing film. Highly recommend it. Not only was the acting really good. I mean, you've got Brad Pitt and Javier Bardem and Carrie Condon, I think. But also, it was directed and the cinematography was done by the same guys that did Top Gun Maverick. And so
Oh, okay.
the cinematography from a racing standpoint is really cool because they get some shots of the driving that reminded me a lot of Top Gun, and Top Gun's special effects as far as like how you're flying the plane, like really cool. And
Right.
then Hans Zimmer did the soundtrack, and so it was just this big like ethereal, like just it felt like Batman but it like car racing, and it was
Yeah.
great. That was good. And then I also watched a movie called Sentimental Value, which is a Swedish slash Norwegian film, which stars Stellan Skarsgård. He's up for Best Actor, and that's up for Best Picture, and it's about a father-daughter relationship. He's a director, and he wrote this film for his daughter, but she's been estranged, and it's this whole story about them and their house and how they grew up and their relationship. And it's very, very well acted. I don't think I will remember it 10 years down the road, but it was a very good film to put on in the moment.
Well, which is sort of funny because like both those two movies sort of encapsulate kind of what we have been talking about for the last hour. Is like you have this movie that's like it's a small, maybe somewhat beautiful small film from
Yeah.
Scandinavia somewhere, and like it's in the moment, it's a good film, and it will always be a good film, but it's not like a memorable necessarily thing. And then F1 is like it is what it is, and it is what it was in 10, 15 years, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And so like that's sort of I think what we're always trying to find is that happy little in between one where it's like it's a beautiful or it's a momentous film and it retains that years later, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we go, I promised myself I'd ask, if I send you my login for HBO, will you watch Sinners before the Oscars come out? Because and with no like bias, no nothing, just watch it because I really want to. I think if nothing else, I think next week, because it's either that or One Battle After Another will win Best Picture. That's pretty much the consensus between most
Well, I'd
people.
rather watch Sinners rather than a DiCaprio film.
No, I know you would. So, so I would love for you to watch that, so we could at least, even if we have a different topic.
All right, you send me whatever, and I'll watch it. And is that this Sunday, the Oscars, right?
It's this Sunday, yeah. So
Okay, yeah.
as long as you watch it before we record our next pod, cool. But I would love for you to have at least the ability to discuss how much you loved or hated it, because I think it's awesome. But I'd like to have an actual discussion about it.
Yeah,
So.
and my only bias, I have two bias. One is
The trailer was dumb.
your incessant like about it. But two, so that's whatever. But then my only other bias is that it was a dumb trailer.
Yeah.
They're
No, I
like
had no
in a
clue.
barn and there's something out there. It looked
Yes.
like who's the M Night Shyamalan? It
M.
was
Night
like
Shyamalan? Yeah.
his trailers look goofy because they're just like it's a guy on a beach. There's a turtle and there's a wave.
Yeah.
Come watch it. And I'm
Well,
like,
that's the
movies are
crazy
like
thing is-
$97 to watch now. I can't
The
just go
crazy
watch a
thing
film
is
based
I
on a
saw the
turtle in the sand.
Yeah.
What?
I saw the trailer and I was like, I have no clue what this is about, but I like the cast. I'm gonna go. And you from the trailer, you didn't even know it was a vampire movie. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna be a vampire movie, and I was like, that's awesome. Like what? Like cool.
I thought it was a movie where like what's his name? Michael Jordan,
B.
is
Jordan,
like
yeah.
dancing without a shirt in a barn with a bunch of people, and I'm like, yeah, so I'm just not gonna see that one because I don't care about seeing him dance naked
Yeah.
or in a barn. I
Right,
mean, he's a good-looking dude, fine, but like that's not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah,
Now when
yeah.
it's a vampire film, I'm like, who was in charge of making the trailer? Like
The trailer is terrible.
I make so little money. I could make a better trailer than that and just tell you it's. Oh, by the way, it's a vampire film too.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right, cool. Well, I'll send you that. You can watch it, and then we can discuss about it either as a whole pod or just a little bit off the top before we do our next topic. But
All right, sounds good.
yeah,
Sounds good.
this has been another episode of the Great Movie Pod. If you're following us for the first time, make sure you actually follow us. Hit the follow button, the subscribe button. YouTube. Thanks for watching. We've been growing a little bit on there. We are at 71 subscribers. We got that one person.
Yeah.
So we're on the grind to 100, which is cool. So thanks very much for watching. Try to throw a like on the video if you watch it. Throw a comment on there. Some people have been doing that. Some episodes not so much. So if you interact with it, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But wherever you're listening, thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.